We stay in touch with you. And even if they say they don't support us, I mean, we got to build our list. So now, micro maybe not glamorous, but on the other hand, once you get into it and talking to the people, I mean, it's fun. It really is. You know, if you're social at all, you interact with people, you'll run into people that you don't agree with, they don't agree with you. But if you just lay out, you know, here's where we stand and why, and you're a lot clearer than the big politicians who try to say something without saying anything, so they don't offend anybody, and people say, what did he say? I don't trust that candidate, or their people. So, you know, we can be very specific instead of saying, you know, we want everybody to have a job, you know, we want peace, and we want sunshine tomorrow. You know, that's the kind of hot cards people get it, they say. So, you know, in our legs, you're the legs of the campaign. Those are candidates are speakers, but you're the legs, and to the extent you do that work, we're going to do better. We had a campaign in Brooklyn where some of our friends in another group decided to canvass Sunset Park, was it, right? On the other side of Prospect Park in Brooklyn. And they got a definite bump up in our vote from the whole area of Brooklyn. It wasn't demographically different. It's that, what, half a dozen people canvassed that neighborhood in Brooklyn. It really does work. And that's what we got to do if we're serious. Because I'm not about just making a point and saying, you know, we're right. You know, that feels good, but it even feels better if we get some power and make some changes. So, you know, I guess my view is, you know, let's all find time. And, you know, I know everybody's busy, they got jobs, family, other pursuits, but just put it in your schedule, you know, whatever you can do. If it's an hour a day, great. If it's an hour a week, that's what it is. But if it's something and you be consistent, I'm getting 1 minute silence, so I haven't repeated anything? Okay, good. The other thing I'll say is do the same thing with your monetary contributions. I don't know if we got it set up on our website, but you know, don't think you have to give it all at once in a big check. You know, put it in your budget and give $5 a week or $10 a week or whatever, you know, your thing is. And that will add up. And, you know, we raised $200,000 in 2014. And we have more contributors than Andrew Cuomo. My average donation was $35, his was $3,500. So, you know, his people were giving an average $100 more. Plus, they wanted one real estate magnate down in New York City through his LLCs, every building's a limited liability corporation. He can give up to the max. So he gave over $1 million in one race to Cuomo. So that's not our game. Our game is, you know, mass support, lots of little support from lots of little people, and that ends up the big result. So let's go get it.
So we've done a lot today, and I'm really proud. I'm proud of our candidates that we're putting forward. I'm proud of Adrian. A contested race here. It's not something we usually have. I'm proud of all the work that everyone has done here. And, you know, I'm really humbled to be one of your co-chairs and to have this position and to work and get to know so many wonderful, dedicated organizers, activists, Green Party members. But I'm a little worried, too, because we've heard a lot today, right? We've heard the big ideas of peace and capital and wealth, social justice, criminal justice reform, and we've heard some real small details in some of the workshops. How do you run a campaign? How do you get on the street cable? How do you phone bank? How do you do all the data collection and the voter identification? These are a lot of things that we have to do. And we don't do it with corporate money. We don't do it and serve at the pleasure of the elites and the capitalists in this country. We do it only by ourselves and by people who sometimes don't have a lot to give. But we have to think about how much can each person give and how much can each person ask other people to give. And so I'm going to ask that in order to produce amazing literature, in order to learn how to do voter identification with all the fancy apps and other things that some of the other parties do, in order for people on the street and for people to hear and see these amazing candidates. Because remember, it's not easy to see pleasing all the voters in New York State without having some resources. I think our most valuable resource is everybody in this room, everyone in your local, and everyone you get on board to do this. But we also need to raise money. And so I'm going to ask, starting, if there's anybody here in this room, to give us $1,000 to the Green Party of New York to start building our statewide campaign. We will, sorry? Well, thank you, Michael. Is there anybody else that might be able to give $1,000? Because now I'm really excited about the possibilities here. Sometimes we know who's in the room who can do that, but right now, is there anybody able to give $750 for the state party to be able to start printing literature for our statewide candidates? Or $500 to be able to. Woo! And Eric, our treasurer, should be here to be able to tell you how to do that.
Right here.
He's right there.
He's right. Everybody make their donation through the website.
Is there anyone else that's able to contribute $500 to our statewide campaign? Do we have anyone who can give us $300 to be able to continue? Danny? Thank you, Danny. We have other $300 donors. Candace? Oh, two more minutes. Okay, Brooklyn is the one.
Can we have everyone who just pledged $300?
What about $250? Is there anyone here that can do that? Thank you, Steve. $150. Is anyone able to pledge that to be able to start our campaigns and get our candidates on the road? $250. Okay. For our statewide party candidates. Do we have any $100 donations here? Raise your hand. Great. We have here, Cynthia. Thank you. Did I miss anybody besides those four?